I am O'Berry Crabtree, your neighbor and certified arborist, bringing you 25 years of local professional experience in money, risk, and time-saving ways to manage the trees, bushes, and turf grass in your yard. We get the maximum amount of living services in return for the least cost and risk, what we call cheap to keep. It's cheaper to keep and treat than it is to remove and replace based on what we know works, based on 25 years. Living services include those activities that we need to live, all produced in a system designed and maintained by you. We call your yard a designed ecosystem because we take into consideration all the living things as we begin to understand these interactions between you and all of them. We'll get into more of what them is later. Our secret sauce has been how to balance the building blocks of water, air, nutrients, and energy, the 4 building blocks of your designed ecosystem, to accomplish your design intent. What do you want your property to say about you? Let me ask you a question. If we were having this conversation a year from now, what would have to happen in your yard and around your house with your design intent to satisfy you and make you happy? Would these goals include insect and disease-free trees, bushes, and turf grass, energy savings from properly located shade trees, privacy borders and sound buffers, drainage and erosion control, flower and vegetable gardens and other raised bed plantings, outdoor living spaces for water features, a pool, a fire pit, conversation areas, and spaces for recreational activities. These are some of the living services that our customized treatments are proven to produce. That's why we call this a new view of your home's ecology in your very own personally designed little biological community based on what we know works. We are not taking chances or experimenting with your money. To accomplish this ownership design intent, we have a 10-step system we call the 5th element protocol. Now, we take it for granted because we use it, we rely on it, and we know that it works. It's really not necessary that you understand it to the extent that we do, because we use it every day as our main tool. But know that it's proven, it's reliable, it's very innovative, and it is virtually guaranteed to work with your participation. It produces 3 distinct results: savings, safety, and support for your lifestyles, resulting in a better quality of life that I'll explain more about in a minute. But the protocol has 3 basic parts. Data collection and risk assessment is the first one. We've got 3 steps: authenticate, locate, and excavate. Now, what it is, where it is, and we have to uncover the roots and do soil core sampling and some of the other things that are key determining factors in the health of your designed ecosystem. We then take these risks and analyze them as to how it affects the overall value of your asset, the 90% of your net worth, which is your home. And then we take this information here, this data that's collected, and we now creatively plan and set forth a plan of action that is based on our 6 servants true: what, where, why, how, when, and who is going to do it. All of these questions need to be determined, and once you lay them out in front of you, it'll give you the idea that this new green shift, sustainable values that get better every year, has a lot to do with organics. In the big 4 building blocks that we've mentioned before, water, air, nutrients, and energy, you become the 5th element. This is the most important part of this entire protocol. If you don't learn anything else, please take this away with you. You are in charge. You must make the decision. Choice is yours as to what you want this property to say about you, what we're calling your designed ecosystem. Then we take that plan and we begin to initiate actions, what we call tree protection actions. There's 6 of them. They're on a card that was left with you by Hank and Jesse when they were in your neighborhood. And these 6 tree protection actions have been customized and blended into an infinite number of treatments that are designed for this battle of balance. The battle for balance is all about this continuous process that takes place with you making the improvements in your property so that you can get what you want. And what we want is green and growing new home values, because this is what builds the values. Year after year, it gets better. It's like compound interest in the bank. A lot of organics, a lot of preparation. You might spend a little bit more on the front end, but it gets cheaper and cheaper and cheaper going forward, and that's exactly what we're after. When my 2 sons, Hank and Jesse, show up in your designed ecosystem, this is what it will look like. This is the whole show with a very light footprint to deliver the living services desired by you and your family in the form of 6 tree protection actions that are combined and customized into treatments based on your design intent to support your lifestyles to get a better quality of life. And now let me point to some of the specifics that will help you understand what we do and how we do it. Here is the air compressor that is a 100 horsepower diesel motor. It has plenty of volume. This is not pressure, it's volume that moves dirt. Here's one of our air tools. Here's another one right here. And the first 3 protection actions are root collar excavations, aeration decompaction, and soil formation. And we use these tools to accomplish that. Then we also have the next 3, which are biostimulants, and we use this equipment here, a 200-gallon pressure feeder with these kinds of biostimulants. We have a tremendous selection of organics. Some of them are chemicals. We use this for insect and disease control. We can handle any kind of bug, any kind of control or eradication with the biostimulants, inoculation, and population regulation, and time, place, and space. There's 3 on the front, 3 on the back, and we combine these to make our customized treatment. We may use part of this and part of this, and we may even have Hank climbing the tree and shaping it and pruning it to what you consider to be the appropriate position in its place for space. And so all of these things are determined by your design intent, and we will share all of these capabilities with you when we show up. We mentioned earlier that the 3 S's are the purpose of this protocol: savings, safety, and support. Number 1 savings is savings of money to you in maintenance, repairs, and replacements of losses, dead trees, dead bushes, and dead patches in your grass, along with many of the resources on our planet that we can protect at the same time if we recycle, repurpose efficiently and sustainably. Here's our motto: do the best you can with what you've got wherever you are. All right, the second S in our trio of important goals to be accomplished is safety from losses due to the delivery of bad cultural practices. Now, you remember earlier we talked about the 3 major ones that we find: covered and smothered root collars, soil compaction due to grade changes, and overwatering and over-fertilization with chemical nitrogen fertilizer. Tremendous number of negative effects that we find when these are improperly deployed in your designed ecosystem. Also, We all have a safety factor by knowing, here's that word again, know the best choices to make based on what we already have in the can and have been proven for many years of field trial. Most of what you have is the best of the best management practices that we have. Safety in knowing that what we do is in compliance with a set of national standards. These are American National Standards Institute, an A300 accreditation committee. There's 12 parts arrived at by consensus with committees from all industries, and we are in compliance. It's like the protocol. You don't have to know how the protocol works. You don't have to know about these standards. You just have to know that we are in compliance and we are practicing what is proven to work. We're not going to deviate from that and take any risk. All of this relates to risk management, asset protection, and it enhances the probability of success. Our third S is support. And this means support for multiple lifestyles. If you have teenage kids that have cars and separate schedules from what mom and dad have in the house, we have multiple lifestyles that we all seek to improve for a better quality of life, with outdoor living spaces, for conversation and gathering areas, place to build a pool, water features, gardens, composting for waste management, parking for added cars, and curb appeal to enhance resale values are just a few of the support features that we look for that will make your house more valuable. Hank and Jesse have been doing this virtually all their lives since we started the company in 1989, right after Hugo. I am a certified arborist number 2809 with the International Society of Arboriculture. Jesse is a certified tree safety professional with the Tree Care Industry Association and is a licensed pesticide applicator for turf and ornamentals with the state of North Carolina. Hank is our certified equipment operator of all of our specialty equipment that you see here. Everything, there's quite a demand on his time to maintain this at peak operating conditions, and he also does our climbing and all of our aerial work. And so all of these can be customized into some treatments that we will show you if you'll click down and go to the bottom of this website. You'll see our top 6 most popular treatments that our Lake Norman homeowners have used to improve their quality of life, with living services from our customized tree protection actions, proven successful on hundreds of homes in designed ecosystems just like yours. When you cooperate to achieve balance in your designed ecosystem, it's like an ecological immune system that protects you from the kind of losses we experience with extreme weather that has become common in this area. It's either extremely hot, extremely wet, extremely cold, and all these things affect your trees, bushes, and turf grass. Let us partner with you and give you the benefit of 25 years of experience of local knowledge that has been formalized into this fifth element protocol. We know it works. We've relied on it. It's the only thing that has not changed in our company in 25 years. We developed this about 14 years ago. Everything around it has changed, but these 10 steps have remained our gospel. So you can get results that are cheap to keep for the least amount of risk and money. Let's rebuild the value of your designed ecosystem and build your net worth with the greatest possibility of success. No guesswork. Your home is 90% of the average person's net worth, so it's worth the effort. Check out the top 6 most popular living service packages below in our demos and take a look at these money-saving actions that are sure improvements to our homeowners' quality of life through support of their lifestyles. The most important benefit you'll achieve when you call us is a real professional assessment of risks of loss due to what we refer to as bad cultural practices. These are things that you're doing because everyone else is doing it. If you're from another part of the country, you could be headed down the wrong path. And so these three risks that we most often find in virtually every designed ecosystem we visit includes covered and smothered root collars, the flare at the bottom of the tree that prevents the tree from conducting its normal activities, soil compaction due to grade changes, and overwatering and overuse of chemical nitrogen fertilizer. Now, when you respond, there is an on-site inspection that we charge $100 for, and we believe so strongly that this works, we're going to waive that fee up front and give you a discount on whatever services you decide might be appropriate to improve your quality of life. And we're going to give you that discount because you're here in our neighborhood. This is what we believe can most improve everyone's quality of life and the value of our property. This is really the heart of New View home ecology. This is how we look at it based on evidence that we have, that we know, and it will support your lifestyle. It will improve your quality of life. Call us, email us, or drop by. Get in touch with us and let us help you improve your quality of life using these proven actions.